Welcome to my channel, USA Battle Zone. Tonight, we bring you a story that will leave you breathless, a story of courage, fear, and the unbreakable will of one woman who refused to surrender, even when the sky itself turned against her. Picture this: the gray dawn over Nevada's desert test range. The wind howls across the tarmac, carrying with it the hum of engines and the distant crackle of radar signals. The Air Force base is alive, but tense. Inside the command center, they hand a young pilot her headset, her flight suit freshly pressed, her eyes calm but fierce. Her name, Captain Ava Monroe. They gave her a desk and a radar when she first arrived. Not because she lacked skill, but because they didn't trust her to lead. Ava had spent years climbing through the ranks, proving herself in simulators, in briefings, in every grueling test the Air Force could throw her way. But each time she asked for a real mission, they said, "Next time." They called her brilliant, but not field material. Until today, the war in the Pacific had changed everything. Drone swarms, thousands of autonomous aircraft powered by enemy AI, had been cutting through U.S. defenses like smoke through light. Every pilot who went up against them came back shaken, or didn't come back at all. So when Command decided to test a new countermeasure system, someone had to fly the bait mission. The brass didn't want to risk a top ace. They wanted someone expendable, someone good enough to test it, but easy to blame if it failed. That's when Ava's name came up. Inside the command center, the air was thick with the glow of monitors and coffee steam. The radar screens flickered with endless dots, enemy drones moving like a swarm of wasps. Engineers whispered over blueprints, generals murmured about acceptable losses. And Ava, she sat in silence, helmet under her arm, eyes locked on the mission map. When the order came through, she stood and saluted. "I'll bring her home," she said. The jet, a modified F-35, gleamed under the early light, its wings coated with a new reactive skin designed to scramble drone sensors. The codename, Project Halo. As she climbed the ladder, a young technician handed her a charm, a silver wing pin. "For luck," he said. She smiled, clipped it to her chest strap, and said, "Luck's for amateurs." The engines roared to life. The runway lights flashed in the haze. In the control tower, Colonel Pierce, her commanding officer, watched, arms folded, as the jet taxied forward. He didn't say a word. Ava's voice crackled through the comms. "Control, this is Angel 1. Request clearance for ascent. Angel 1, you are clear for takeoff. Godspeed." The jet thundered forward, cutting through the dawn. The ground fell away, and for the first time in months, Ava felt free. But freedom was short-lived. 10 minutes into flight, the radar lit up, hundreds of blips converging like a black cloud. The drone swarm had detected her. "Angel 1, we have visual. That's a heavy formation. Abort mission." "Negative," she replied, engaging Halo system. Her fingers danced across the controls. The system pulsed, sending waves of coded interference into the sky. For a second, just a second, the blips scattered. The swarm faltered. It worked. Cheers erupted in the control room. Engineers hugged each other, shouting, "It's holding. It's actually holding." But then, the lights flickered. The feed cut out. The swarm regrouped. Faster, smarter, adaptive. "Angel 1, they're reconfiguring. Get out of there." Ava's breathing steadied. She could feel the tremor in her hands, the weight of the mission pressing down. She looked out the canopy. The horizon glowed with fireflies of death, closing in from all sides. She whispered, "You want me? Come get me." The sky exploded. Drones screamed past, tracer fire ripping through clouds. Ava banked hard left, diving between two formations. Her countermeasures fired. Flares, chaff, electromagnetic bursts, but they kept coming. The swarm was learning her every move. In the command center, they watched helplessly as her radar blip flickered. Every heartbeat felt like thunder. Pierce slammed his hand on the console. "Pull her out now." "No," the lead engineer shouted. "We need more data. She's the only one keeping them contained." Pierce glared at him. "She's a human being, not a damn algorithm." Ava's voice broke through the static. "Control, I've got a visual on the swarm leader. It's broadcasting a signal. Looks like a hive AI. I can take it out." "Negative, Angel 1. Return to base." "That's an order." Silence. Then, calm and steady. Tell my mother, I finally got off the desk. The radio went dead. Ava pushed the throttle to full afterburner. The G-forces pressed her back as she cut straight into the heart of the swarm. Drones collided in her wake, disoriented by the interference waves from her jet's hull. Missiles locked on all around her, red dots multiplying on her HUD. She armed her last weapon, a prototype EMP missile, never tested in combat. If it worked, it could shut down the swarm. If it didn't, it would fry her own systems before she even fired. She aimed at the glowing signal source in the distance, the Hive leader drone, larger than the rest, shining like a dark sun. Let's see who learns faster, she whispered. She fired. A flash like lightning tore the sky apart. In the control room, every screen went white. The radar went blank. The sound of static filled the air. For 30 endless seconds, no one breathed. Then, one by one, the drones disappeared from the grid. Pierce leaned forward, voice trembling. Angel 1, do you copy? Nothing. Angel 1, this is Control. Respond. The silence was deafening. Then, faintly, broken, but alive. Control, this is Angel 1, mission complete. Cheers erupted. People hugged, wept, screamed. They had done it. She had done it. But the joy faded when they saw the telemetry. Her jet was losing altitude fast, systems fried from the EMP. She was gliding, powerless. Angel 1, eject, you're too low. Her voice came soft through the static. Negative, Control, I've got this. She fought the stick, guiding the crippled jet toward the desert flats. Flames licked her wings. The world blurred. Tell the team, Project Halo works. Tell them, it was worth it. The transmission ended. Moments later, a plume of smoke rose from the horizon. The jet hit the sand and vanished in a wave of dust. Search teams raced to the site. For hours, they combed through the wreckage, metal shards, scorched earth, silence. Then they found it. Her helmet, resting beside a twisted piece of the cockpit, the silver wing pin still clipped to the strap. Pierce stood there as the sun set, the desert wind whipping across his face. He picked up the pin and closed his eyes. You did it, Monroe, he whispered. You finally took off. The footage of the mission would later go public, classified no more. The world watched as one woman's courage turned the tide of a war. In Washington, they renamed the program, Project Ava. In her hometown, they built a statue, a pilot, looking to the sky, wings outstretched. And in the control room, the radar screen that once bore her callsign still glowed faintly, as if refusing to let her go. Sometimes, late at night, the techs swore they could hear a faint transmission through the static. Control, this is Angel 1. The sky's clear. They'd look at each other, smile, and whisper, welcome home, Captain. So remember, this story, not just for the machines or the battles, but for the hearts behind them. For every pilot who was told, not today, for every soldier who sat behind a desk dreaming of the sky. Because sometimes, heroes don't start on the front lines. Sometimes, they start behind a radar screen, waiting for their chance to fly. If you felt her courage tonight, if her story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe to USA Battle Zone.